Corey Seager now available? First question's from Alanna Rizzo. Go ahead.
Corey, can you share any of the conversations that you guys had in the clubhouse after last night's game and today before you take the field for Game 5?
Everybody was pretty positive. You have to be at this point. Once you leave the locker room last night, it was over with. We started preparing for today, and that's all we're focused on right now. We got our guy on the mound with Kirsch, and we're excited where we're at.
As you being a player, are you guys able to get shell shocked, or is that more those of us on the outside looking in?
There's definitely moments. Last night was a extremely weird ending, kind of the whole play in general. So, but it wasn't just that last play. It was throughout the game. There was points where we could have been better, and it didn't fall our way.
One of the silver linings is the way the offense performed last night. You now have tied Carlos Correa as well as Derek Jeter for the most home runs in a World Series at the shortstop position with 3. What, if anything, does that mean to you?
It's a cool accolade to have, but it's not really anything you're focusing on right now. Tonight's all about going out tonight and playing good baseball and trying to get a win.
Next question is from Dave Vassell. Go ahead.
Corey, will this test you guys more than any point of the postseason, just from everything that you guys talked about as far as having that poise to overcome adversity?
It's a new day. That's just kind of how we look at everything. It's always about tomorrow, always about winning the game tonight, and that's what we're going in tonight with. It's just trying to play good baseball and win tonight.
Thank you.
Next question's from Bradford Davis. Go ahead.
Hi, Corey. David Price tweeted last night that, something like the times are tough, the tough times are worlds of baseball, sports, and life is what makes the high so enjoyable. Flush it and move forward. I'm curious, is there anything that you tell yourself or do as part of a routine to flush a rough game like last night?
I'm a big guy, and once you leave the field, it's done. You take your shower, you leave the locker room, it's over. Once it's over, it's over. You don't think about it. It's all about tomorrow now. And tonight is the exact same thing. Yesterday's done. Everybody's moved on. It's focused on tonight and going out and trying to play good baseball.
And another question is, obviously Price isn't with you guys, in Arlington, but, he's had his highs and lows in his own playoff career. I'm curious, did he share anything with you guys to encourage and motivate you?
Yeah, we've been in constant contact with him all throughout the year. He's been our biggest supporter, every step of the way he's been there, just because he chooses to take his family and all that other stuff with COVID, that doesn't take away his teammate and take away his voice and take away what he's done in baseball and what we expect him to do once he rejoins us. So he's been in every part of this. He's been a huge part of this, and we appreciate everything that he's done for us.
Thank you.
Next question's from Stephanie Apstein. Go ahead.
Corey, this has been a weird season in a lot of ways, but one of the ways is with the lack of video and the lack of access to maybe as much time in the cage as you would have wanted. It seems like there's been some forced simplicity. Have you been able to learn anything from that, or are you eager for everything to go right back to normal?
No, yeah, I'm definitely eager for it to go back to normal. I'm definitely a big proponent of the video. There's certain things that you feel that you think are in the right spot and they're not. It's been a year of relying on feels, and that can be good and bad. But for the most part, I'm extremely excited about it going back to normal.
And I know you've said that you spent 2/3 of Dodgers innings in the video room. Do you think you've ever before this year sat in the dugout and watched an entire Dodgers game from beginning to end?
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely out there more than you think. When things are right and clicking, you don't always go in there. It's just the times when things aren't right, you think you miss pitches, stuff like that is when you go check. But you're definitely out there supporting your teammates.
Next question is from Ken Gurnick. Go ahead.
Corey, you've always been a good hitter who could hit home runs, but this year you're on a 40-plus home run pace. Do you consider yourself a 40 home run kind of shortstop now?
No, you just try and go and put good ABs. The whole goal is to put some barrels on baseballs and hope good things happen. Sometimes it turns into doubles, sometimes it turns into homers. Never been the guy that's going up there and trying to just hit home runs.
Thanks.
Next question is from Alden Gonzalez. Go ahead.
Hey, Corey, two-part question. Did you hear the Mookie chants last night? And have you been surprised by how much support you guys have gotten in what is supposed to be a neutral site?
No, I did hear him. That was a pretty cool moment for him. There's not a lot of times in this game where you have that. And, I'm sure he soaked that in for sure. And no, I'm not surprised. Our fans are unbelievable. They travel all around the country with us. They show up everywhere. So in no way does that surprise me.
Next question is from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Corey, was there anything specific you guys were able to do against Tyler Glasnow in game one? And do you expect the same approach this game, or how you sort of meet that challenge tonight?
Yeah, I think we just battled him all night. We didn't give in. We laid off some tough pitches. We made him work. I think that's the whole goal going in tonight too. Is, you got to make him work. He's a pretty special pitcher, and when he's got it going and cruising, you got to find ways to battle him and try and get him off his game a little bit.
Go ahead, Ron.
Hey, Corey, you talked about having Kershaw on the mound today. I mean, how much can a good start from him just kind of more easily flush what happened yesterday?
It's already flushed. Everybody's already moved on, but we expect Kershaw to go out there and be Kershaw. He's done it for a very long time. He's been in big moments like this, and he's always up for the challenge. And we expect him to go out there and do nothing less. He's a guy that knows how to control a moment, control a big spot, control a game, and we're expecting that out of him.
I got time for one more. Go ahead, JP.
Back to Glasnow. He's got, I think he's listed at like 6'8", and you're a tall guy. You're probably not accustomed to facing a pitcher who has that kind of a height advantage over you. I'm guessing based on game one, you drew 3 walks, and you're seeing him pretty well. But just what's that like for you as a batter?
Yeah, he's a big guy with big extension and a big fastball. He's a tough matchup all the way around. With the big fastball, he has the big curveball to kind of equalize it. So he's a tough matchup. He's a tough AB. He's a guy that we just kind of have to go out there and grind and make him work.
Thanks, Corey.